Uh, what is trust? Why are we always talking about trust? And why do we need to trust anybody? Every day we are talking about the trust word, but do we really know why do we need to trust? And what is the need of trust? But first of all, the question arises, what does trust mean? We talk about trust, that I repose trust in you, I repose trust in my person. But what does trust mean? Trust means to have confidence in the honesty and integrity of a person. See how important is this word trust. See the weightage of this word trust. In our everyday language we are using trust. Trust me, I'm telling you truth. Trust me, I'm doing this. I trust this person, I trust my friend, I trust my teacher, I trust my brother. But do we really trust? The person on whom we are reposing trust, is he capable of that? Is he capable of maintaining that integrity of the word trust? Are we really confident that the person we are reposing trust in, he is worthy of that? Students, you must be thinking why I am talking about trust. Hi, and I am Manju Wali again, here with class 10, chapter from English, A Question of Trust, written by Victor Canning. Children, this word trust, as I said, is in our everyday language, in the office, in the class, with our friends, with everybody at home. Parents trust us, isn't it? Mommy and Papa are every day saying, I trust you. Whatever you do in life, I trust you. Whatever you're doing, I trust you. The messages you're sending across to your friends, that means they have confidence in us. Confidence in our honesty. Confidence in our integrity, children. But how is this word trust correlated to this chapter? The chapter is, as I said, the question of trust. The main character in this story is Horace Danby, children. He's the main protagonist of the story. Rather, the only character around whom the whole story revolves. Victor Canning has very, very beautifully, in simple language, tried to bring to limelight this word trust. He talks about this character, Horace Danby. What does he do? What is his profession? And there's one more character in the story, children, that's a lady who is very beautiful, who is very charming, but her name is not mentioned by Victor Canning. So in this chapter, what happens, this main character, Horace Danby, is a businessman. And he's 50 years old, unmarried, and has two helpers to help him in his job. But what is his business about? His business is to make locks. He makes locks, that's his business. But he is simultaneously a human being, children, and he has a passion. Passion to acquire rare and expensive books. But to make locks does not suffice his needs. His business is to make locks. But that making of locks is not adequate, is not sufficient for him to buy these rare, expensive books. What does he do then? How does he meet his need? How does he fructify his passion? You know what he does? He does robbery. He steals. He goes around houses to steal. But there is one more beautiful characteristic in this Horace Danby, the thief, the businessman. That is, he does robbery, children, only once in a year to meet his expenses of 12 months. He is not a robber, he is not a thief who will go on robbing people. He does this once. But see, he does this very, very meticulously and very, very professionally. Wherever he has to rob, he does a full recce of the area. Recce means he does the full vigilance of that area. He studies that area very properly. And the place which is talked about in this chapter is of a rich lady, the rich family who are not generally there in the city, who are usually out of the city. They are usually settled in London and sometimes come down there. But they have a couple of servants there in their house. This place is called the Shot Over Grand. Horst Danby, he studies this area perfectly, professionally, does a judicious homework about this area, knows where are the wirings, knows where are the keys kept, knows who are there inside, when do the servants walk out, who else is there. There's a dog there in their house called Sherry. So each and every detail, children, he studies properly. And then he fructifies his plan. He's doing this, children, for his passion to buy rare and expensive books. And before I proceed further, I would like to tell you, how did he develop this passion? Before this also he was in the prison, and there he was given books to read. And from there he developed this passion, this more curiosity to have more books. And this particular house, where he has done the recce of the area, he sees the servants move out at this quarter of the time, and he enters the house. When he enters the house, he knows, children, where the keys are, picks up the keys and slowly opens the room and enters. There is a dog called Sherry in the house. Since he has judiciously and meticulously studied the whole area, he pats the dog, calls the dog by its name, pats the dog, furs the dog, and the dog does not bark at him. And from here he moves on to the other room, because he knows where the safe of that house is, where the jewels, where the money is being kept. And once he enters there, he sees a very, very dilapidated, a very old painting on the wall. And he has a thought over. He thinks, let me possess these paintings. But then another thought comes in his mind, that this is a clumsy affair. Where will I keep such big paintings? So he drops that idea. Children, I would like to mention here that Horst Danby has a problem with the flowers. He is allergic to flowers because he suffers from hay fever. And there is a flower pot there in the room, and he starts sneezing. When he sneezes, he hears the voice of a lady saying that I will help you to cure this disease. And suddenly, a very charming, a very beautiful lady appears before him. She does herself, opens her cigar, smokes a cigar, and then tells him that you have come here to rob. He gets panicked. He requests the lady not to hand him over to the police, and that he would not commit this theft again. But the lady tells him that there is a condition. She could let him go only when he would help her. He asks, what is the help? The lady says that my husband had told me to keep my jewels and the money and all the expensive stuff which I have in the safe in the bank. But I wanted to wear those jewels today for the tonight party. I am forgetting the combination lock key. So if you would help me open the safe, I will not let the police come in. I will not hand over the police. He does that, children. Can you believe? He always has a toolbox with him in which he has the gloves and he has other tools. But since he got jittered, he got panicky, he got scared, he forgot to wear his gloves. And he opened the safe, gave the jewels to the lady, and buzzed off. After a few days, as ill fate would have it, police arrested Horace Danby. Why? Because the lady who was there, the pretty lady who was there, was also a thief. And she played a trick on Horst Danby. She fooled him. She was a smart, clever lady. cleverer than Horse Danby. And she reposed the trust in him that she would not hand him over to the police. And if you would do that stuff, open the lock and hand over the jewels. Horse Danby kept on pleading to the police that this was the lady and she told me like this. But suddenly the owner of the house is there. She's a very old 60-year-old lady. And she says, I'm the real owner of the house. He's arrested, children, taken to the jail. His passion gets shattered. His dreams get shattered. He falls like a house of cards. He is devastated, children. Why is he devastated? Why does he get shattered is a big $1,000,000 question. He gets shattered, he gets devastated because he had reposed the trust in that beautiful lady. When he was in the jail, the thought of that lady was always lurking in his mind. And with the passage of time, he became the assistant librarian of the jail, where his passion also took on wings. He would read rare books, expensive books, but this thought was always lurking in his mind that somebody lost the trust in him. He lost that word trust, which he had reposed in the lady. That's the story, children. Before winding up this today's lesson, a question of trust, I have a question for all of you to ponder. If we trust somebody, please don't break the trust. If somebody has reposed his or her confidence in you, wants the things, integrity of the things that have been reposed in you to be kept in your heart, please keep it. Don't be like that pretty woman who lost the trust of this person, put him into the prison and herself alone. I'm hopeful that you have liked today's chapter's explanation. I'll be coming back with another chapter, another poem. Till then, thank you very much, and that's all from me.